So we're looking here at the document that we're working on in class before. So this one is obviously incomplete. So the different stakeholders of commercial organizations, and we just have a typical one here. So we're looking at why does conflict happen. So conflict happens because focusing on primarily what these stakeholders want from the organization, that there seems to be some kind of incompatibility. The things that one stakeholder wants may not be compatible with something that another stakeholder wants. So shareholders in a business, they want profit. So at the end of the year, they want profit, and they want to make capital gains. They want the shares to go up in price so they can sell the shares at a profit. Well, staff, well, they're looking for pay and conditions in the organization. So, and they're looking for things like, let's say, job security. Now, just focusing on pay, if we give our staff more pay, well, that means that we lose profit. So the shareholders will be unhappy. If pay rises happen, that means it's going to eat into their profit. So that's the source of conflict, one example of source. Now, management are also looking at profit. They're also looking at maybe business success. They want to become a market leader, a world leader, because that's going to improve the reputation of the manager. So the managers are going to find these directors are likely to get a job somewhere else because of the success of this business. So that is undermined if we're talking about having to pay the staff more money. Now, obviously, there's a number of ways of this issue of the staff looking for more pay, management not being happy to give them more pay. There's a number of ways that can be resolved. But let's just start by thinking that there are two stakeholders. Here's our two stakeholders. We're going to I know management are affected by it as well, but we have staff and shareholders. What do they want from the organization? These are the things that they want from the organization, and where does the incompatibility lie? If the staff are reasonably satisfied with the pay and conditions, and the shareholders are reasonably satisfied with profit, well, then there is no conflict. But if staff feel that their pay is too low and shareholders are reluctant to give over some of the profit, well, then you will have conflict. So now once we are aware of the sources of the conflict, the fact that there's an incompatibility between what two stakeholders want, then we can move on and say, well, how could we resolve this issue? And there's a number of different ways that can be done. And that's one of the things I need you to think about next.